We're starting our collection of family history, and we're starting with Nana Sue. Mom, tell us what city you were born in.
Portsmouth, Virginia.
Go ahead.
What the date? August 23rd, 1942.
Oh, you are old too.
During World War II.
Oh. And where was your home? And what did it look like?
The earliest house I remember was a two-story house on Florida Avenue in Port Norfolk. And I was probably 4 years old, the earliest I can remember. Started the first grade at Port Norfolk Elementary School, and I started taking piano lessons when I was 6. At the age of 9, we moved to Penner's Point, and I lived on one corner. The little school was in the middle of the block, and the church was on the opposite corner. So I could pretty much walk to any place we needed to go.
And did you go to that church?
I did, Penner's Point Methodist. And Dave and I were married in that church. And I have a plate with a picture of the old church over there.
All right.
They tore that down and built a new one after I was grown and married.
Okay. Did you have any pets as a child?
I had a dog named Trigger. And I had a pet turtle, but it died.
Oh. What did you like doing as a child?
Well, I took piano lessons. And
What about outdoors?
I could roller skate.
All right.
We all had bicycles, Francis, Charlotte, and I. And I've got a picture of us riding with it all lined up on our bicycles to go for a ride.
Oh. And Aunt Ruthie rode too, right?
She wasn't born yet.
Oh. Okay. What are the names of your parents?
Edna Mildred Mann and Douglas Guy Fink.
And Will and John, these are your great-grandparents. What were they like?
My grandparents?
No, your parents.
Oh, my mother. Okay. My mother was a homemaker, a very good cook. We had lots of company. People came for dinner. My daddy worked in the shipyard, and he had a second job and worked in a little shop at the back of the house. And we all went to church on Sunday.
So, Mom, can you tell me about some of your friends when you were growing up? And did your mom and dad like them? Did your parents like them?
Oh yes, we always had a household full of children. The children next door, Larry Lovingood and David. The children across the street. Gloria came over and stayed at our house a lot. Stevie Hughes, Jimmy Hughes. All the kids in the neighborhood gathered at our house.
Okay.
Mother always had things to eat. And my mother was always home, and a lot of the other mothers worked. And my mother liked them.
Good.
If she hadn't liked them, they wouldn't have been allowed to come and play.
Good.
But by having an older sister, younger sisters, all of the neighborhood children came.
All right. Did your friends ever get you in trouble when you were younger?
Not that I can remember. Judy Beale was one of my friends, and of course her younger sister was Charlotte's friend. No, I don't remember getting in trouble.
Good. What were some of your chores you had to do?
Oh, we had to do the dishes. We had to make our beds. We had to take out the trash. We had to bring in the trash cans. And I had a dog that I had to clean up after. Daddy would let me help him in his shop on Saturdays. I did a little bit of painting for him. He rebuilt gasoline pump meters. That's what they were. And then I always got to paint them with aluminum paint. Most of our activities centered around the church,
Good.
church and school.
Can you tell that story about when Aunt Frances was beating up the Crisco?
Oh, that was Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Mother would let us help a little bit when she was making cakes and different things. And Charlotte was supposed to be creaming the Crisco with a little bit of sugar. And she's just stirring it up. I'm at the desk doing my homework, and she comes in and says, "Susie, you want a bite of this? It's delicious." And she's just stirring it up. Of course, it's nothing but Crisco with a little bit of sugar. It was horrible.
Do you have any other funny stories like that you can think of?
Well, Charlotte and I always had to do the dishes together. Frances and I did the dishes together till she grew up and left home, and then Charlotte and I had to do them. Okay, Charlotte was aggravating me one night about something while we were doing the dishes, and I told her to shut up, and she said, "Make me," so I stuffed a pot holder in her mouth. Telling that story.
Oh, wow. What was your first job and how much did you make?
Daddy always paid me a nickel to wash the bathtub. He said, "You want to make a slick nickel, Susie?" And I got to wash the bathtub for him. That was the first job I can remember. I guess drying dishes was pretty much given thing. And I think on your list was where we give them an allowance. We were always given money for school bus tickets and school lunches, and I'm pretty sure they gave us a little extra money, because I remember going shopping and buying Christmas presents and things of that sort.
Which takes me to the next question. What did you like to do in your free time?
Well, let's see. I took piano lessons, so I played the piano, and I started playing for church really young. Probably started playing for church when I was about 12 or 13.
Wow.
And I took violin lessons first for a couple of years, and then I switched to the cello. So between lessons on both and playing for church, because I played for choir practice and Sunday morning, that pretty much took up my time.
Okay. What do you like to do with your free time now?
You know, I don't
Yeah, who's got any free time? Besides going to work at the concrete plant and working in our garden, I like to cook.
And so?
Yeah, I don't do too much sewing. I really like to read. I read lots of newspapers when I have time, and magazines.
Name some of the things in the garden.
Oh, corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, onions, May peas, strawberries,
Tomatoes?
tomatoes, bell peppers, cucumbers, yellow squash, white squash, beets,
Really gracious. The rest of tomatoes.
and we have apple trees,
Right.
grapevines.
And peach trees.
Peach trees.
And nectarines.
We pull the nectarine trees out, but we have plums. We have
Cherry trees.
Yeah, Bert's got some of the cherries, but I got a few.
Pecan trees. Oh.
English walnut tree and pecan trees. And I have a new bush called, what's that thing you bought me, Dad? I can't remember the name of it. I have a new bush with little berries, and I can't think of the name of it right this minute. I might think of it in a minute.
Dewberry, whisper, whisper.
I have lots of new roses this year, and rose trees. We planted 2 pink smoke mist trees. We planted a red peony tree. We've got ceremony bushes. 2 lavender. I guess they're going to be bushes. So we've got a lot of things for our wedding. Asparagus. I got lots of asparagus.
Do you admire a famous person? Or did you admire a famous person?
There are several famous people I admire, but there's really too many of them to name. I
Okay.
think Einstein created a great deal. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Describe where you live now.
Okay.
Keysville, Virginia.
Okay.
All that.
We have about a 55-acre farm in Lunenburg County on Ontario Road in central Virginia, 70 miles west of Richmond, out in the country, rural farmland.
And then talk about your plant.
And we have a ready-mix concrete plant on Highway 360. We opened the plant in 1993, and we grew from 1 little truck to 5 concrete mixers, 2 dump trucks, and a septic tank truck. We might possibly expand. That's not definite.
And how many people work for you?
I think we have a total of 10.
Okay.
It's a family-like atmosphere. We serve lunch to our co-workers. Everybody works together very well. And we all take care of one another. It's like having another family at work. People who take care of.
And just to wrap up this,
And 2
tell,
little dogs.
that's right, tell about your pets you have.
I have 2 little dogs, 2 little dachshunds, Dundee and Casey. I think Casey's about 4 and Dundee will be 8 in September. And they go to work every day. And they're very good, loyal little dogs.
And what are the other animals on the farm?
We have 2 horses, Star and Jet. And they're, gosh, 25 years old or so, I guess. I didn't tell about my children.
We'll do that next time.
Well, I'm going to tell about them now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I have 3 children. Bill, who works at the Pentagon, and his wife Annabelle, who's gotten a promotion, and she'll be working at the Pentagon down the hall from him this summer. Madonna and Bob, they live in Chesapeake, and they both are very successful and happy with their jobs. And my youngest daughter Jessica and Scott, who are Air Force Reserve, with 2 little grandchildren, Will and John. And they seem to be happy and busy, and they're visiting me today.
Did you want to say anything else?
I guess that's good.
Okay. We'll continue at another time.